Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another Reader's Magnet featured author interview, and we are currently live in all our streaming platforms. That's YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. My name is Rob, and I am your host for today. And together with me right now is one of Reader's Magnet's featured author, and hear this: he is a dedicated father and a husband who runs a Tennessee-based nonprofit supporting cancer patients, and he focuses on family time, enjoys playing video games, and trains his daughter in gun safety. And his work also subtly contributes to his nonprofit's mission, and the author of the book, 101 Things New Parents Need to Know. So without further ado, please help me welcome Mr. Chris Erlendsson. Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Rob?
Well, I'm doing great and swell as well. Thank you much for joining us for our interview today. And
Yeah,
there are a lot of people though who'd love to know about this. And if ever people who know you read the book, though, we do know that this book has a much more deeper meaning for you, though. It's on your profile as well about the book, though. It has a deeper connection when it comes to this book, especially 101 things new parents need to know. So without further ado, Chris, tell us, what is this book all about?
so this book was designed to be a humorous look at what parenthood really is.
Mhm.
It's those things that some are common sense, some are just out there and funny. It's that it's kind of bringing advice from many different places and putting it into one book. So people that have no kids can actually have something to hold on to and say, hey, this is a good handbook to start with. So,
So, coming with the idea, so you can also tag this book as for again going back with the topic that for parents or partners who don't have kids yet, they can use this book as well as something to arm them in the future once the kid would come along, right?
correct. Correct, yeah.
Awesome. Huh.
And it's even good for people that have had him for a little while and kind of reminding themselves of what they went through when they had the kids. So I had some older people that were reading and they're like, "Yeah, I remember when my kid did that and did that and did that." And so yeah, it's kind of a all around handbook just to have people remember stuff and to help them in the future. So,
Awesome. Well, this is going to be this is really an interesting book though for parents, upcoming parents, and who are already parents and grandparents. It's more of like you can look back to it on how was it, or you can look to the future and how will it be, or you can have a guide on what is currently happening right now. So it's an all-around book, not really for the past, future, or present parents, but for everyone. All
correct.
ages, everyone who has plans, everyone has experienced it. This book really come in handy, and I really love the touch though that you had a little bit of humor, like not taking life too seriously. A little bit of humor really comes a long way when it comes to
Absolutely. In my nonprofit, I deal with cancer patients. So
Mhm.
if you take things too seriously and you don't have that fun in life and that humor in it, it can weigh you down pretty well. And so I use humor to get through quite a few things. And so I had to put humor in it so it would be mine. So,
Oh, hey, again, it might not be scientifically proven though, but again, I remember this interview I did in past though. Laughter is always the best medicine, even though that you have a lot of problems weighing you down. Even a 5 minute laugh can lift that up just even a little bit, just for you to see that
absolutely.
there's a positive side of things though.
Yep.
And I really love that. So, but again, Chris, with this book that you have, what was your inspiration behind this?
So I'm a father. My daughter is now 13, which is inspired the second book of the things you need to know before having a teenager because it's a whole new set of rules. But
Hmm?
I I I, I was one of those parents that just didn't really know what to do. You
Hmm.
know, she was my only kid, and it's like, well, like the hospital just handed her to me and said, "Okay, good luck." And it's like, well, I think parents need a little bit more prep than that. So it was one of those things that it was going to be a fun thing to do. And sorry, one second.
Hey, Chris.
One second, I'm trying to get the dogs quiet.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Take your time there. Okay.
All right, sorry. My daughter was leaving out the door, and they think everybody needs to know and go crazy for it. So
Hey, again,
I'm
dogs will
not.
be dogs, though. I really can't do
Life is
anything
life.
about
You
that.
know what can you do? So, sorry.
Okay, yes, so Chris, you were saying earlier, yeah, about the inspiration behind this book.
Yeah, the daughter that just ran out the doors was the inspiration for it. I really think people just need more help. There's books that talk all about the pregnancy, and then as soon as they have a kid, everything just kind of stops. Like, okay, you're on your own, and I don't think that we should be on our own. It takes a village and to raise a child, and so I think this book should help be that village and be there for people. So,
So awesome. And coming with the book though, with the whole thing about that your inspiration, you having your daughter, and so you told us you had published a book for teens. How many books have you published so far?
so right now I'm at 7. So
7 books.
7 books.
That
I've
that
got another 3 that should be released this year, and then maybe a one coming next year sometime. So,
Oh, and are these books in correlation with this with the 100 things new parents need to know, or is it a different topic or what?
some of them are in line with other books I've written, which are I posted a bunch of my random thoughts and books, and so I've got another edition of that coming out,
Hmm.
and then I've got a couple memoir books from people that we've lost that I'm putting memories of them in a book. One was my co-founder of my foundation, and
Hmm.
when she passed, she was like a grandma to my daughter, and so I'm putting all memories of her in a book for to give to my daughter, and if anybody else wants it, they'll just kind of know who she was through seeing her through other people's eyes, and so that's the 3 that I know are coming out this year, are 2 memoir books and another book of random thoughts. So
You know what? That is something like going back with what you've said, creating a memoir book for with you again with your co-founder for the foundation. Um, it's more of like immortalizing on what she has done, what she has contributed, and
correct.
it might not be, and not everyone can remember her, but through immortalizing her memory through a book, a lot of people can know her through that, and a lot of people can also know like this is someone who has done a lot of things as well. Like
Yeah,
everyone
and
is
you
meant to
always get
know
a
that.
different picture of who someone was when you look at them through someone else's eyes, and
Yeah.
so allowing like it's got I think 45, 50 different contributors that have sent me memories of her, so that
Mm.
it won't be just my memories of her, just my daughter's. There'll be a collection of people that she touched, and so it's gonna be a neat read for sure.
Awesome, awesome. You know what? I'm looking forward to see that book come out and be available. It will be something much more to at least add on to the collection of Chris and Erlendsson books. That will be something that a lot of people can look into. So,
Right.
but Chris, going back with the book, 100 things a new parents need to know. What will you tell to people though? Like, how would you like them to read your book? Like, what would you tell them? Like, who would like to read your book? They want to get a copy for this. What do you really want them to get from this? Like something that they can bring along with this.
As I say, what I want them to get is that no matter what they read, one of my points in there is no matter what they read, no matter who tells them what advice, it's still up to them to raise a child, and they're going to have to learn to laugh at mistakes that they make along the way, because none of us parents are perfect. I've made big mistakes with my daughter. I've made little mistakes with my daughter. You have to get over it and move forward and keep going, and know that as long as you're doing what you believe is best for your child, your kid's going to pretty much turn out the best. So
I do agree. Every new this is just what I think about this. Every new parent though started as a kid. They grew up to be teenagers. They grew up to be adults, but no one really taught us on how to do parenting in the first place. Like parenting is a 24-hour job, but it's a job that is so rewarding in the end. And
absolutely.
that's really what I'm taking away from this. It's more on the time, the effort, and the love that you'll give to your children is just something that can never be paid back. And again, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be a new thing, but as long as you have someone to go along with you throughout that way, or even something that you can lean on to, then
Right.
it'll make it bit much more easier. Which is something that I can see with your book. It might be hard, but if there's something that you can lean
I
on
say
to, even if it's a book.
anyone that tells you that parenting is easy has never done it.
Yes, I totally agree.
It's
It's
the way
not,
it works.
it's not the same as feeding a dog. Like, okay, I'm gonna feed a dog, give
Yeah.
water, watering a plant. No, you. I remember one thing that my dad also told me before when he was still alive. He told me that when parenting is the main structure of being a parent is how you can keep your children alive. Like
Yep.
no matter what they do, they're going to eat dirt. They're going to do a lot of stuff.
And ironically, you should mention that that is one of my points in my book is allow them eat dirt. It's not going to kill them. They'll be okay. You know.
Yeah, let them experience, but just make sure that nothing harmful would happen along their way. And yeah, if that's gonna be part of the book. It's something a lot of people can lean on to, so a lot of people can grab a copy. So again, everyone, again, this is Chris Erlendsson, the author of the book 101 Things New Parents Need to Know. That is, you can get a copy if you want to get some updates from him as well. Feel free to drop off his website. That is at www.manyhatsofcj.com. Okay, so if you want to grab a copy and know more about this, get updates as well from his nonprofit, feel free to drop on the website. That's www.manyhatsofcj.com. You know what, Chris? Despite everything though, and hey, you got a cute dog though. Got to give that to you. Thank you very much for joining us today,
She's a
Chris.
mess. But
It's a mess, but it's a cute mess though. Gotta give
absolutely.
that to you. So again, okay, Chris, it's been a pleasure learning about how impactful your work is doing, because it's just not a book, it's something much more deeper. And I think we really got that message across. And I really got that ingrained in my mind as well. Thank you much for joining, Chris. Really
Well, thank
appreciate
you.
it. Okay. So again, so to all our viewers, thanks for tuning in. And again, as we say here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Keep your story alive and thriving. Until next time, have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Though we're currently doing with our book shoutouts for today, and hey, so we have a couple of books. And to those who watched the interview earlier, again, that was Chris Erlendsson with the book 101 Things New Parents Need to Know. And again, again, hospitals will never tell you. That's one of the subtitles, though. So everyone also grab a copy, though. Links in the description as well. And you can also visit his website. Again, that is manyhatsofcj.com. So without further ado, let's talk about the books that we're about to showcase within today. So first and foremost, what we'll be talking about is What Any Normal Person by Suzanne Craig Willock. Okay, so again, from the creator of their popular blog, My Dang Blog, Suzanne Craig Willock presents a collection of bizarre stories, quirky adventures, and humorous observations, covering everything from odd online ads and forklift fantasies to haunted bathrooms and absurd quizzes. Her unique blend of absurdist humor and personal quirks shines through with a background of Monty Python influence and a knack for self-depreciating comedy. So, again, she invites readers to share in her laughter, long-listed for the 2024 Leacock Memorial Medal for Humor. So as you can see on your screens, that is the book. So available for purchase and available for you to grab a copy as soon as possible. Okay. And next book that is on table, though, we're talking about Feasting Upon the Bones by Suzanne Craig Willock. Again, a second book in her series. Step into the world of the unexpected, where things aren't always as they seem. From the disturbing jigsaw puzzles and Portanius stones to mysterious notebooks and ghostly encounters. Feasting Upon the Bones is a collection of 27 short stories that delve into the themes of love and loss, revenge and retribution, and mortality and immortality. So told with imaginative flair and the occasional touch of dark humor, this intriguing series, it's from the brain of from the wise man of mind of Suzanne. Again, this twisted tales has something for everyone. Time's a ticking, as Mr. Death would say, so open the cover and wander around. Feel free to grab a copy, as you can see on your screen. So feel free to grab a copy for Susan Craig's Wittuck's book. Okay, and third book that we have available is Learning to Love. Okay, so Learning to Love by Gigi Hodge. So again, this is a romance book, and this is a romantic suspense novel set in Cajun country. Michelle, a divorce school principal, is struggling to rebuild her life. Wow, this giving me that really romantic vibes going along with this. So rebuilding her life while dealing with a difficult ex-husband. I think a lot of women can relate to this. And concerns about her students. Bew, a retired Marine, is looking for purpose after leaving the military. Their paths cross when he starts working at Michelle's school. As they grow closer, they uncover a dangerous threat to the school and its students. The story combines elements of romance, suspense, and small-town charm. So for all of you romance book lovers, though, this is a must-have to as well to add in your collection. Who knows? You might be falling in love with the next sequel upcoming in the future. So again, so as you can see on the screen, Learning to Love again by Gigi Hodge. And fourth book we have here available is Space Magpie by Peter Hallam. This is a thriller and a suspense. So as you can see on the book is available on screen. And let me just talk about this for a little bit. So it's a newly qualified accountant working for a seemingly ordinary software company in Derby, England. Uncovers a web of international intrigue, and the company's excessive cash flow raises suspicions, which are heightened when his predecessor is murdered. As he delves deeper, he becomes entangled in a high-stakes game. So for you to know more and what happens next, feel free to copy of a book, Space Magpie by Peter Hallam, that is available on Amazon.com. So, and next book that is available for us to talk more about this, though, is number 5 is What I Dared to Tell by Janie Kirk. Love the cover, Janie. Love that. So it is a self-help book, and it's a remarkable story of lust, love, romance, gossip, and all the heartaches and joys encountered along the way. So Janie shares how these youthful visions of success became a reality accompanied by sacrifices made along the way. And beyond the personal journey, the autobiography offers a distinctive and detailed perspective on many well-known entertainers of today. So Janie shares anecdotes of the fun, mischief, and humor experienced throughout her career, so providing a comprehensive exploration of the entertainment world and its intricacies. So if you want to know more and see how this book unfolds, feel free to grab a copy of, again, What I Dared to Tell by Janie Kirk, that is available for purchase through Amazon. Okay. And then 6th book that we have here available for today is A Future Conquest by D.G. McCool Jr. and Stephen Mix. So we're talking about a science fiction and fantasy book, and it is a space opera where a human lieutenant faces a life or death decision on a starship. I love where this is going. The story follows the Soul Confederation as they explore the galaxy, encounter ancient alien empires, and fight for survival against overwhelming odds. And the novel combines action, intrigue, and exploration as human struggles expand their territory and secure their future among the stars. That's more of a space adventure quest. And for all of you, again, to all of my fellow Confederates as well, feel free to grab a copy of, again, that's Future Conquest. It's by Stephen Meeks and D.G. McCool Jr. That is available at Amazon. And let's geek out for this book as well. Okay, and the 7th book we have in file, though, is B is for Believe by Luisa Mastromarino. Okay, so again, this is a science for kids book. So again, 7-year-old Christina dreams of becoming an astronaut, but her classmates do not believe she can. So with determination and a little help from her mother, Christina learns that anything is possible if you just believe in yourself. So B is for Believe inspires young readers to chase their dreams and reach for the stars. Okay, so again, a children's book. B is for Believe by Luisa Mastromarino. That is the book cover you see there on your screen. Feel free to grab a copy. Again, this is science for kids, and I do know with the cute artwork as well, it's included with the illustrations. A lot of kids would love to have this as a bedtime story as well. Okay, and last but not the least, one of our last books to be shouting out for today is I Love Dinosaurs by Luisa Mastromarino. Same author, different children's book. So again, let me just talk about more about this. So young Graham loves dinosaurs more than anything, and I Love Dinosaurs. He takes readers on an exciting journey to learn fascinating facts about the Tyrannosaurus Rex, press start, this brings me back to childhood. Like I do remember that I really loved dinosaurs like my whole life. Like I was a stegosaurus. So, and other prehistoric creatures filled with colorful illustrations, this book is a must read for any child curious about the mighty dinosaurs that once roamed the earth. So, for all your children who love dinosaurs, this would be a perfect book for you to buy, again, for this book buying season. There's a lot of children who love dinosaurs, and I know for a fact that I really loved dinosaurs when I was young as well. So, going back with the whole thing, and by the way, to all our viewers and to everyone joining within our book shout out for today, thank you very much for tuning in. And again, have fun and looking forward to seeing you in the future. Okay, have a good one. Stay toasty.